Good morning, everybody. And I'm Teepa Snow, and I have a guest this morning. Now, I could say this is someone you've never met before, and for some of you, that may be true. However, some of you all have met Ginger before. This is Ginger Smith, and Ginger is someone who was diagnosed with a condition that she was supposed to not still be here actually anymore, but turned out she decided, well, wait a minute, I'm not doing that way. So, Ginger, thank you for being here with us again.
Oh, I'm so thankful, Tina. I admire you so immensely. And what I'm so happy about is to tell you that things are going really great for me. Yay. I'm a retired speech language pathologist who was diagnosed with many forms of dementia. I went through the whole thing, got, officially, and ended up in a nursing home actually, and even on hospice, dying. But I had a turnaround and I'm home and I'm well. And I've written a book that I think is going to be inspirational for your readers, for your viewers. It's all about my dementia denied.
All right.
Can you see the
Ooh,
different thing?
there you
Yeah,
go. It worked. It worked. Ooh, it's interesting. I have this filter problem too. So, you brought someone with you this time now, and we would love to know who that is. And maybe we'll have her hold the book up because she doesn't
yeah,
have a filter. And we have found filters create their own interesting phenomena. Um,
Yeah, they do.
do it because I lose all my hair in the filter. It's not a good color for me. So introduce us to Shane. Shannon.
Shannon, do you want to address that? She's my
Yeah,
lovely, wonderful editor. I adore the perfectionist extraordinaire, and she has a wonderful tale too.
yeah, absolutely. I'm Shanlin Rabenda. My pen name is S.R. Hatton, and here's the book that we have worked tirelessly on. When she contacted me back in October of 2024, I had no idea who she was. And she gave me a taste of her book. I was so intrigued. I looked into it further and decided this is my next project. It has to be told. This story has to be told. It's just amazing. It's inspirational, like she said. There's no way to describe it except that, I mean, we've put our heart and soul into this thing. And I think early readers have said they love it. One lady said, I read it in an entire afternoon. I could not put it down. And that just makes me feel good that people are loving it and they're getting a lot out of it because there's so many resources that we've put in it. And Ginger's the best one to talk about that because she knows it backwards and forwards. I just put it together to make it come to life, so to speak. So,
Cool. So this shows again how Ginger takes her skill set and then builds a team around that to support where she wants to go, and she's going
right?
where she wants to go, and she figures it out. And I love the description of you. It could seem a little harsh, but in fact, it's super important, which is a perfectionist.
And she
Yes.
is. She is.
She's
Yes.
your high
And we
detail,
worked
and
so
that's
hard
good.
on the QR codes, for instance, in the book. There's resources, there's tips for caregivers. Yeah, we go into the medical profession and all the horrible, damaging things that were done to me. The iatrogenic stuff when they misdiagnose like mad. And the fact is, we have a lot of things that are helpful that we can give caregivers or anybody maybe with dementia. Maybe they're 50, 60, and am I going to get dementia? And if I do, like with me, when I was diagnosed, they said, well, you have 7 years to live, go home and rot, basically. That's not the case anymore.
It's
Because of
like
you,
that's got to
Teepa,
stop. I know that nonsense. It's like, what? Give up living? Are you crazy? No, I got things to go do. Not.
well,
Yeah. Well,
people like you who open up my world, and there's the wonderful things in your classes. People, well, I'm in dementia groups where we can talk to each other and we can inspire each other and we can learn from each other, just like my book. I have so much as a person who not only is a clinician, who lived it, who gave it with the a caregiver myself, I have a unique perspective that I really think my readers will enjoy and learn from and get hope from and even joy. You know, we just because we have a dementia form of dementia doesn't mean we don't have joy in our lives. We do.
No,
And I
we
think
should.
my book shows that.
Cool. All right. So I want to take a look at the cover again. Now, this is available on Amazon. We're going to put the link up and all that information. But take a look at the cool art. Now, I wonder who you connected up with to do that because that didn't.
You give that to Shanlin. It was her inspiration for what I inspired her to put in the
Wow.
book. And that cover is wonderful.
Well, I
You
think
know, I
editor
just
might be the wrong word.
well, I didn't create it. I gave the ideas to this wonderful lady by the name of Maja. She's over in the Czech Republic, believe it or not.
I do
And
believe it.
she designed the covers for my other three books that I have written about dementia. I
Cool.
was so impressed with her work. I said, from now on, I will always use you for my book covers. So if anyone wants me to connect with her, she's amazing. I can tell her what I want, and she just gives it to me. It's
Wow.
like magic. She's
Super
wonderful.
cool.
So
Wow.
yes.
I
Well,
love
we
the she added the puzzle, she added the brain, she
I
added a
know.
little bottle of pills. You can almost can say all these things that the trauma and the
Yeah,
addiction and all these things that happened. She kind of condensed them on the book. It's almost the book is told, and now you have to
I
get
love it.
further into it.
Well, we're always talking about visual cues, verbal information, and then what do you do? So our suggestion is take a look at the book, listen to some of the words, read them,
Right.
and then decide to do something for yourself. Because we think when
Absolutely.
you do that, you can make a difference.
And it's in
Yeah.
there. It's in there. All our
Yeah.
research, thousands of pages from Kaiser. We had to delve into that whole thing. It's actually one of the pages shows the actual medical report for people who are skeptic.
Yep.
I needed to add that in because my
Yep.
recovery is so unusual that we had to quantify it and
Well,
show it
that's
right
what they
there.
said.
There it
Yeah,
is.
they verified. So I want to say thank you again, Ginger, for coming and being with us and sharing your story and sharing your life and sharing your hope and your promise of, wow, look what can happen when you decide to do something different. And we're all about that.
Absolutely. Yep. And you called me a
So
unicorn. Remember that, Teepa?
I know it's all true. And so, for those of you out there who want to hear more and want to hear some about Ginger's story while she was living it, because our first interview, she was still in the midst of trying to find her way out a little bit. And then our second interview, much clearer. And now, ta da, look,
Ta-da.
it's Ginger at the beach, but not really. But it's Ginger making a difference. So she's been doing that forever. So big thank you. And for all of you out there who are trying to support and care or trying to live the life with the journey, take a look, see what you think, make a difference for yourself or someone else. Take care with your care, take care of yourself. Talk again soon, all.